Good evening and welcome to League Football action, where the Premiership race is now down to 4 teams. Today, a crowd of just over 15,000 saw the elimination final between Glenelg and Woodville. Well, at quarter time, it was the Bays by 13 points, and we joined the match at the start of the second.
Good first term by Glenelg into the breeze, sees them lead by 13 points, starting the second term, and Carey getting the tap. Gives it another belt forward. Alan Stringer trying to work out. McDermott, not quite. Taylor and Stringer there. The ball will be bounced once more. Still in the centre. Glenelg building in confidence as the first term progressed. Panizza trying to work forward. Tumbles it. Out there Hughes. Good body work. Grenvold. Chips up. Maynard, who got loose into the first term, is loose now. Plenty of time to have a look. The long kick, searching the goal square. Woodlands from behind. Rogers off hands. Sloppy hand pass looking for Lund. He backs up to find it. Woodlands the tackle. And coming across field now, McDonald. That's danger. Carey's there. Had too many centimetres for Panizza, but he used the body well, the latter. Centre wing. Toomey. Trying to work over, he's well taken down there by Salisbury, and the high tackle goes the other way. Toomey wants the ball, but it's a Glenelg free kick to Salisbury. He was the tackler. So from centre wing, Glenelg to centre half forward. Hall again. Rogers knocked it clear. Marshall couldn't get through. Carey helps out. The bounce favours Cruz. Hall goes for goal. Long and accurate. Magnificent disposal, Tony Hall. His first goal, number 4 for Glenelg, and a 19-point lead at the 1.5-minute mark.
Max Cruz set that up beautifully. Speared the hand pass to Tony Hall, who is running riot against Alex Lund. And the kick across the body put the 4th goal for Glenelg on the scoreboard.
Ominous signs for the Warriors. They're down by 19 points now, kicking into a breeze that's worth 2 or 3 goals. And there's Schwartz, the man who suffered a nasty cut head early in the first term. Maynard sending the Tigers forward. Backing back was Cruz, bursting through Champion. Nicely done to Williams. Now Taylor is behind, but gets in front. That was well done by the Shark. He goes in towards the pocket. Nichols the target, off hands. Kernahan in front. Tackled, but got possession, taken by West. Hand pass wasn't good, finds Grenvold. Took plenty of time, Kernahan. Oh, they're messing around. It misses Grenvold, and that allows Martin in from 25. That's good. Oh, a sensational goal. And the Tiger defenders can blame themselves. If the Warriors needed that, they're now 2-4, trailing Glenelg 4-5.
Better pressure from the Woodville forwards, and in particular John Martin, who had chased David Kernahan deep into the forward pocket. And the long striding wingman was ever so accurate as he pierced the big ones.
Schwartz in a lot of trouble there. You'll remember the elimination final. Carey's tap. Panizza pulled off it. Carey again now. And the umpire will be forced to bounce that. Marshall up. Rogers the tackler for Woodville. Still centre circle. Bounce favours Parker. Thump forward looking for Hughes. The bounce favoured Taylor. Direct and long. A 1-by-1. Nichols at the back west. Plucked it off the top. Fine judgment. And the defender goes long. Looking for Maynard. With him Harris. Been hardly sighted to date. The Woodville vice-captain centres the ball well from behind Nichols. Murphy's in front. That man Sewer. Goal! That's more like the Sewer of old. The 3rd goal for Woodville. 7 points the difference at the 4-minute 20.
Well done, Kevin Harris. Unsighted in the first quarter, contested the ball on the recovery, pierced the forward line. Nichols was out of position, but brought the ball to ground, and Zip-Zap Sewer scored the goal.
2 goals in the space of 1.5 minutes. It's got the Warriors right back in this. Only 7 points the difference, 29 to 22. Hand pass comes out of the pack. There was a push in the back because McDermott got his hand to ball. So he'll drive the Tigers forward. It's high. Out towards right half forward. Champion. He's done pretty well today, coming back into the league side. Oh, runs into trouble this time, though. Got the hand pass away. It's really put the pressure on his teammates. Down went Marshall. Champion goes again. He was tripped. And I think this time he'll be a little bit more sure of himself when he tries to give it off.
Take a deep breath, Richard Champion, and relax.
This time he kicks long. Looking out there for Parker. Taylor at the back. There was some pushing going on Parker. No, it wasn't on Parker, it was on Carey. He gets the free. Badly directed, finds only Martin, and he's off. He could have had a bounce, but went to Zip-Zap. He's at half forward. In towards full forward. Oh, almost a slips catch. It wasn't there. Umpire thought decides to bounce it.
Oh, that's better from the Warriors. Bit of enthusiasm, bit of ball control.
The bounce only 30 metres out from the Warrior goals. Parker takes it out of the air, gets the kick, doesn't go far. A big scrum there. Now only about 25 perhaps metres out, not too far. It's just a little snapshot out from goal. There's one of them, not far enough from Hughes. In the square, it goes over the top of Martin and taken away by Maynard. Bouncing ball eludes Donovan. And that was well done by Alex Lund coming downfield. The boundary thrown at right half forward.
Carey comes in against Parker. The lad at the tap back looking for Taylor. Maynard steals, but well collared Taylor. Murphy to McDermott. Glenelg combining better. Wide for Woodlands. Champion in pursuit. Woodlands goes for goal. He's tipped it high. Seabohm! Yes, the mark is paid. And John Seabohm from point-blank range.
Well, Champion definitely went to sleep on Woodlands. Lacking that little bit of experience, and Craig Woodlands made space. And a great take from Seabohm.
2 goals in the first term to the Glenelg goal snake. He's missed this one. Extends Glenelg's lead by 1 point to 8.
But the Warriors come back. A lot of enthusiasm. 2 quick goals, and they've lifted right round the field.
Templeton will kick the ball back into play. Tigers leading by 8 points, 4-6 to 3-4. Rogers, nice take at the back. Panizza is up on centre wing. He was calling for it. Rogers taking plenty of time though. They're all picked up now upfield. He puts it up towards Taylor. Murphy behind him. It goes to ground. Harris, who's coming into the game, has one bounce. He's speeding around the boundary in towards Sewer, who gets up high. Jolly at ground level. Panizza could have got one high. Gets the kick. West is back there. Out of position. Knocked away by Kernahan. Now it goes to West. Toomey tries to barge his way through. Gets the kick. There's a chance now. Nichols, play on. Nichols gets goal number 93 for the season. And it's only 2 points the difference in the elimination final.
Well, there's not much method in the Warriors' attack, but there's plenty of enthusiasm and numbers to the fall of the ball. Sewer and Nichols almost clashed, but the call from the full forward, Zip-Zap protected him, the easiest of goals.
The Warriors well in it, only 2 points down. Stalemate there, off the ground Marshall. Bounce favours Hewitt. Couldn't get past Champion, stolen by Harris. 3 kicks in as many minutes. Long ball. Good spoil by Donovan. Taylor reading it well, gets it back to me. Square on, goes to the lead of Nichols. Nichols, great mark, Stephen Nichols. Beautiful use of the body into the side of Jim West, and a good grip of the ball.
Kevin Harris, Andrew Taylor suddenly flashing into the game, and the Warriors are in charge.
So Stephen Nichols edging closer to that 100, interrupted by a streamer or two. Within distance isn't a problem, the accuracy is. And Woodville now to within 1 point at the 10-minute mark.
And how much impact did that streamer have on Stephen Nichols as he reconsidered and reshot?
His concentration obviously affected. But Parker with another chance for the Warriors. Now they're kicking into the breeze, but they're doing all the attacking. Parker too far out to score. Carey on the mark is at the 65-metre line. Now Taylor, a long bomb. How straight is it? Not quite the carry, and West. In fact, Murphy. He goes out wide, finds McDermott. Got plenty of time. Scoreboard flank, he takes it up towards centre wing to Maynard. Over the top, he wanted to go to Woodlands. They muffed it. Kernahan the chance though. Caught! Well done by Taylor. Play on though. Lund. Does it well from defence. Finds Champion on centre wing. Now goes towards the centre. Martin. Carey over the top. Spoiled. Parker. Couldn't quite get around Murphy. Dives on it again. Goes out to Champion. Held without it. And the half-back flanker gets himself a free kick right on centre wing. In towards full forward. Nichols in front. Got up high. Bursting through the loose ball. Diving on it well though is Salisbury. Now Donovan, tackle. Umpire Hilton finds a high tackle. He says it's applied on Salisbury. He gets the free. Still a chance for Nichols, right on the boundary. In towards Martin, fisted away. Loose ball for Sewer. He goes this way, that, left foot. Not bad. Oh dear, they've had a couple of close ones today. Scores are tied up. 4-6 apiece after 12 minutes and 20 seconds.
Oh, they give you quite a thrill, these Warriors. Zip-zap in all directions, and poor old Peter Swars has to watch it from the boundary.
Kernahan took the kick into fullback West. Maynard works it to the line. It's a throw-in and half-forward right for Woodville. Confidence is up. Woodville are running. Only needing an ounce of luck. Parker and Carey. Marshall for Glenelg. Well smothered Harris. Maynard pulled off it. Untidy Panizza. Peter Maynard the free kick off the half-back line for Glenelg. 13-minute mark. Glenelg relying on a few. Marshall knocking forward. Trying to work through Lund. Stolen Alan Stringer. Kernahan on the run. An unprotected goal square. It's a kick off the side of the boot looking for Seabaum. The spoil was on. Templeton works it through. Glenelg lead by that 1 point.
Well, desperation always brings free kicks, and the Warriors making errors, but really making a game of it.
Kick back into play, this time from O'Dwyer. Up high was Marshall. Parker sends it out towards the line. McDonald's just inside the line, though. The hand pass from Hewitt finds Kidney. In towards the pocket, Woodlands. Mark has been paid. Now Woodlands is yet to kick a goal. Finds himself in a difficult pocket. You see him just inside of the boundary. He's a right footer in the right pocket. It's not a bad kick though. It's a beauty. So a good goal from Craig Woodlands. Again gives the Tigers a 7-point break. It's now 5-7 to 4-6.
That's the steadying goal, the controlled kick from Craig Woodlands. Glenelg just seeming to have more ability and able to get clear in the forward lines. The Warrior defenders a little rash and lacking concentration.
Still Carey and Parker at the centre circle. Parker stumped. Carey's kick off the side of the boot, but in front champion. Swinging it wide. Williams has given the lead out there. Trying to knock it over the back. Alan Stringer takes it off his own teammate. Run down by Detman. Holding the ball. The advantage is called. Williams has got through half forward. Kicks to the square. Spoil from Nichols. Nichols leads in the race for the ball. It bent back on him. He's still there. Hooks to the goal square. All Glenelg. Murphy covering beautifully. Slips it over for Wayne Stringer. Glenelg directly downfield. Lunn on the charge. Kernahan to Kidney. And space within which to work. Half forward. A long ball. Dropping back Seabohm. He's allowed it to go. Straight through the middle goes Kidney. Goal number 1. And Glenelg get a break of 13 points at the 15.5-minute mark.
A great passage of play, began by Murphy. The length of the ground with Kidney well protected by a teammate, bouncing his way through half forward, and then over the back of the pack, the ball ran through.
So we're just over the halfway mark of the second quarter. The Tigers back to a 13-point lead. That was the margin at quarter time. Despite the efforts of Woodville in this term. Warriors, though, with the free kick. Taken by Templeton. He's looking around for someone to give it to. He kicks it high out towards left half forward. In front, Jolly over the top. The grab taken there for the Tigers. Marshall. Knocked away from Hall. Rogers the opportunity. Takes plenty of time and weaves his way clear. Two of them out there. Panizza behind. Swings around onto his right foot. Now Murphy behind Taylor. And Murphy with a free kick. It's on. Andrew Taylor a little unhappy out there. 15 metres going Murphy's way.
Just a little frustrated, Taylor. Probably worth giving away a free to get rid of that feeling.
Murphy goes long. Towards Hall. Front of Lunn. Through goes Martin. Got the hand pass nicely out to Rogers. Centre wing. Knocked away from Stringer. Carey doing the roving. Hand pass was astray. Making Kernahan work hard. He does it well, though. In towards full foot. Seabohm.
He's looked good. Too fast. Too much stretch for O'Dwyer.
So he's got two. And this time from 40 metres, he gives the Tigers their third goal in the space of 4 minutes. Glenelg now 7 goals, 7. 49, leading Woodville 4-6-30.
David Kernahan, too much pace for John Martin at centre wing. He's been able to break clear and place the ball accurately. And the Warriors fighting back for 3 quick goals early in the quarter, but now the Tigers on top.
3 goals in the space of 4 minutes and the tide has turned. Carey's tap away, Kidney working through, Marshall leaving it behind, Rogers on the bottom of the pack, another bounce. Glenelg's attacking region, 19-minute mark of this second turn. Glenelg camp. Parker. Get out Kidney, over the top Taylor. And yet another bounce. Still virtually centre circle.
Grand duel between Carey and Parker. Neither has dominated. A lot of body work.
Carey front spot. Parker over the top. Taylor's kick, high, little distance. Toomey works to the front. Good spoil, Wayne Stringer. Kernahan to Murphy. Ahead of centre, goes wide to the lead of Maynard. Well dispatched, good take, all troubles. Must have been the way he landed. It's clearly out in front. Peter Maynard. No goals at this stage. This one's not beyond him. High ball, bending back, not enough. And a point to Peter Maynard, his third, still moving a little gingerly. And Glenelg lead by 20 points.
Kevin Harris seeming to be a defender now, opposed to Tony Hall in the back pocket.
Williams sends it out towards left half back. Two ruckmen out there. It was knocked away from both of them. Parker, the Woodville ruckman, gets the free. Out to Champion. Hughes well up on centre wing. Took it nicely in front of Grenvold. Goes in towards the middle of the ground, finds Panizza. Forced to take it almost one hand. Down towards half forward left. Now the big opportunity. McDonald out to Jolly. Now Toomey. Infield he goes. Hughes got the hand pass away. The snap from Toomey. Just a minor score when they needed a major. Woodville 4-7, trailing Glenelg 7-8, the margin 19 points.
And the Warriors inaccurate, always under stretch when shooting.
21-minute mark, kick from West, reaching the square. Stringer, clean bowled by it. Panizza works through, Templeton. It's into the path of Donovan of Glenelg. Oh, the bounce favoured Templeton. Cleverly through half forward. Sewer drops short, he goes for Nichols, but it's badly distributed. Straight to defender West. Salisbury. For Kernahan. Sewer tapping it back nicely for Martin. He gold from here earlier on. Comes infield, well blocked Kernahan. Martin goes again. Salisbury, oh, an error. An unforced error. Salisbury was off balance with the left foot kick. Sewer on the better side to the lead of Taylor. Couldn't quite take it. A throw in only meters from the behind post.
Well, they're colourful. Not a great percentage in their play. They're giving us a thrill.
The pocket. Taylor trying to take it off hands. Hooks towards the goal square. Toomey on another fumble. Woodville trail by 18 points at the 22.5-minute mark.
And oh, so easily the Warriors could have had 3 more goals.
Glenelg 15 scoring shots to Woodville's 12. The margin 3 goals. Kept down by Parker. Through goes Marshall. He's in the open spaces now. Hewitt more so on centre wing. Woodlands giving Champion the runaround at times there at right half forward. That's a lovely kick in towards Seabohm. Knocked away. First to at Hall. Awkward one to take. Still the chance for the Tigers. And umpire Hilton blows the whistle. Decides that he will bounce it.
Craig Woodlands has such a penetrating kick. He sets it up for John Seabohm.
Woodville quickly from defence into attack in the space of moments. Will be knocked through by O'Dwyer. That's what he wanted to do. And yet another bounce. 50-32. We're about a minute and a quarter away from time on in the second term. Tigers not wanting to knock it through a minor score. They want to get a major. O'Dwyer dribbled along to Champion. It's knocked out. The chance for the Tigers is Kidney. Got it to Stringer. His kick is good. Oh dear. Glenelg far more dangerous up forward. And they skip away to a 4-goal break.
Robin Kidney's reflex found Alan Stringer. He led on one leg and popped it through, and he's been a busy player. And Glenelg just...
Another 3 points, and at half-time, Glenelg's lead was 27 points. Now we pick it up at the start of the second half. Now to the second half, with The Tigers in a good position, leading by 4.5 goals. Hall to Maynard, quickly going to attack right from the outset. Some over-the-shoulder work being done down there. Kidney the free kick. Not the way Malcolm Blight would have hoped the Warriors would have started, with Kidney well within kicking distance in the first 30 seconds of the third term. At the moment it's Glenelg 8-11, Woodville 4-8. Kidney the chance to make the difference, 33 points. From 35 metres, keeps it low, not a good kick, but it finds its mark there in Seabone. Well, I'm sure Kidney will tell everyone about it later on this evening. Intended, looking for the Seabone pass, or rather lead. I think he was having a shot for goal. Seabone's kicked 3, this should be 4. Makes the goal umpire work hard, but he squeezes it through. And the Tigers skip away to a 33-point lead.
Well, there's no doubt that Glenelg have been favoured by umpire decisions and luck of the game, and the kick that was a shot for goal wobbled forward, and Seabone was first in position. Des O'Dwyer, bad luck, and not a good start for the Woodville Warriors.
Trailing by 13 at the first change, 27 at half-time, and now 33, looking down the barrel. What breeze there is in their advantage. Detman couldn't work through. Dermott, the tackler, throwing the body in. Panizza dribbles it forward. McDonald showing signs of pace, forcing the ball to half-forward. Salisbury's in the way. Taps it up to Wayne Stringer, who ran straight into Taylor. The umpire calling it a draw. Some inconsistency, decisions needing to be made. Carey couldn't get around, Detman couldn't get through, McDermott can, and Salisbury wide looking for Hall, in pursuit is Lunn, works into the line, and the throw in is in centre wing.
Tony Hall well on top in the first quarter, but Alex Lunn, to his credit, fought back in the second.
Carey and Parker. Parker's tap away. Panizza caught. McDermott now. Around Harris. Good hand pass up, but Lunn continuing to wear Hall, but McDermott gets the free kick for a sloppy tackle. And the workhorse. Carey medal favourite. Puts Glenelg through half forward. Charging through there went Schwarz. A throw in, inside half forward. Woodville supporter looking for a lift. Rogers and Cruz. McDermott from the side. Lunn got it out, Detman to Harris. Champion infield for Detman, who ran on well from centre wing. Awkward looking kick, chipping up high, and Murphy there once more for Glenelg.
Done a great job at centre half-back Murphy on Taylor. Had a great first quarter. Up towards centre wing. Hall in the middle of that pack of Warriors. Maynard trying to pick up that cake of soap. He was legged. Peter Maynard, the free kick right on centre wing. Hall calling for it. That's the way it goes. Towards centre half forward. Oh, standing his ground beautifully. Eyes only for the football. The man who marks so well overhead takes another. The lead often from full forward by Alan Stringer. Instead he chips it high in towards Seabone. O'Dwyer with him. O'Dwyer got both hands to it. Champion. Out wide. Close to the boundary. Panizza. Nicely done over the top. Or was it nicely done? It put Schwarz under the hammer. Still a chance for Marshall to Champion. Sends it out towards half-back. Now Hall is right in front. Not a well-placed kick from Champion, but luckily for the Warriors, the mark wasn't paid to Hall. Harris, the half-forward. Sewer was too far underneath it, taken by Salisbury. To Donovan. Towards centre wing. And now Maynard. Woodlands takes it, or tried to take it on the half volley. Lost it. Goes back towards Maynard. Well tackled by McDonald. Harris to McDonald. And the Warriors persevering, getting themselves out of trouble. Fine Jolly. Through half-back towards Sewer. He's at the back. Well read, Sewer. Towards Williams. Bad hand pass. Stringer. Up towards the wing. Race on there, but the boundary line wins out.
Not enough talent. And the inability to take and give the ball. Graham Cornes very relaxed as he watches Chargers prepare for next week.
Carey barging through Panizza, stole it well. Kicks it high. Taylor's got the run in, and that's a better mark in front of Murphy. Murphy has had the better of this duel. Panizza runs through half forward, has to get around his own man. Oh, well done, Grenville. Snatched that out of the hand. Grenville in the game. Taylor there. McDermott now getting it back. In goes Kernahan, the free kick going McDermott's way for being tagged.
Untidy football. Woodville attempting to be very desperate, but Glenelg numbers to the fall.
Distance in the kick to centre wing. Hall getting up high. Lund's with him once more. And again, it's a throw in at centre wing. Glenelg continuing to come up that outer side. That's a defensive flank. Overcast, perfect football conditions. Carey's tap away. Quick kick from Martin. Wayne Stringer there for Glenelg. Time to have a look and pop it up. That man Hall, not quite. Marshall helps him out. Through the centre. Hewitt made the space. Maynard provides the backup. Alan Stringer should go to Kidney. Still with it. Hooks towards goal and puts his second on the board. So Glenelg, a 39-point break at the 7-minute mark and looking good.
David Marshall, the player across centre wing who had the nous to run through the midfield. Then a string of perfectly executed hand passes set up Alan Stringer. A little fumble, but time, no pressure to wobble the kick forward for yet another goal.
Parker and Carey knocked forward by McDermott, barging through as Rogers. Detman gets the hand pass out wide, but it's taken by Kernahan towards half forward. Kidney up high. The fist spoils it though. McDermott goes in towards Woodlands. Not a bad looking kick. 2 goals now to Woodlands. And the Tigers doing it as they like. 11-11-77 plays 4-8-32.
And with so much ball control, the Glenelg forwards the chance to sit and particularly make space in their positions. Craig Woodlands, an excellent player off the half-forward flank, spearing accurate kicks.
45-point break. The Warriors certainly under the microscope. Parker. It's Carey. Carey's tap. Helped on by Cruz. Alan Stringer. Awkward slip. In he goes again. Flicks it out for brother Wayne, who thumps it through half forward. And the white line wins out once more. Familiar scene of Hall and Lunn in pursuit. Good crowd of about 18 to 20,000. Parker takes the front spot. McDermott up high. Free kick to Parker. Interference. Next Cruz thought it might be his. More optimism than ever. Panizza continuing to run and work hard. But the work rate of Woodville isn't very high at all at the moment. Williams from the side. Good take. A lead from Nichols. But that's a kick into the forward line, which is a nightmare for forward players. Sewer giving away the free kick, trying to play leapfrog at the back. And Salisbury's free.
And if they're going to place that kick in the air, they must bring Romano Negri onto the ground and play him when kicking with the breeze in the goal square.
So Salisbury sends it back towards the outer side. Hall contesting there with Lunn. It was knocked away by the latter. Jolly's hand pass was smothered, and Kernahan emerges with the ball for umpire Thorpe. So Negri perhaps about to go on, as D. Hicks suggests. Maynard goes down. Shark in there, tackled by Wayne Stringer. And again a bounce. Warriors into attack and trailing badly by 45 points. Toomey, tackled by Donovan and Stringer. And another bounce. Third in the space of 60 seconds. Deep at right half forward. Warriors into attack. Taylor caught again. The ball goes out towards Harris, though he bursts his way clear, looks at the goals, and he's offline just when they needed one.
In season 86, Kevin Harris would have kicked that goal, but that's the typical direct, aggressive burst-through play of the Rover.
Jim West favouring the defensive flank. Taylor from behind. It's more like the Shark. Outside scoring distance, I'd suggest. Won't quite make the square. West from behind. Not hand the ball. Salisbury mops up well. Grenville, in fact, it was who gave up to Kidney. Hewitt now ahead of half back. Kidney provided the run. Hewitt will take the kick. And Maynard, cleverly done, coming in from the side at centre wing. Hall gives the lead. Ball goes up towards that player. Lunn's with him, but in front it's Schwarz. And I tape that the free kick has gone against Lunn to Hall. And Woodville certainly not getting the right end of things. The lead of Seabourn. The back champion, Alan Stringer to Seabourn. Well smothered champion, knocked through by Rogers. And Glenelg now leads by 45 points at the 12-minute mark.
And umpire Hilton particularly savage on the Woodville players. They're just not having the luck or the breaks of the game.
Coach Wire sends it out towards Panizza, but he went down. Maynard! What a grab! Oh, he's taken two beauties in 60 seconds. He sends it in towards the pocket and finds Woodlands. Now Woodlands has two. Seabohm offers the lead, but he's on an angle just a bit worse than 45 degrees, being pulled around a touch now. It's a good kick for goal, a very penetrating kick, is Woodlands. The distance won't worry him. Comes back nicely. Oh, he did that beautifully. The margin out over the half-century mark, 51 points, and the Warriors in big trouble.
Peter Maynard, two miraculous marks at half-forward. Craig Woodland stamping himself as one of the best Glenelg players, perhaps the best league game I've seen him play.
Mano Negri on for Woodville, not a good kick. Wayne Stringer blocking the path nicely. Looks for Hall once more. He called out Marshall, Lunn the spoil. Martin got it back for Panizza. And Woodville struggling to go forward. Toomey straight into the hands of Wayne Stringer. Marshall, Hall loose, but there's trouble behind play. Lunn there, an angry Alex Lunn. Alan Stringer in the thick of things. Martin, and there's arms and legs grossly intertwined at the bottom there. Wayne Stringer was the first player with Alex Lunn, and the umpire giving the free kick to Alex Lunn of Woodville, going against Wayne Stringer. From centre wing, into half forward, Carey well positioned, fine mark by the big fellow. So he popped one around the head, but nevertheless the ball is his.
Well, let's hope the Warriors can lift after that little bit of aggressive play. Need to be more physical because they don't have the talent.
Stab pass is well executed to find Alan Stringer, centre wing. Glenelg getting strong points all around the ground. Hall on the lead with ease to Kidney. They're on the run. deep in through half forward. Seabohm there, good spoil O'Dwyer. Champion took his eye off the ball. McDermott gets the body over it. Champion stole it from him but couldn't get out. The bounces at centre half forward for Glenelg.
A good experience for Richard Champion this final. His first season in league football, but lacking the concentration necessary yet.
Glenelg have kicked 4 goals, 1 to 1 point so far in this quarter, and it's chipped forward again by Hewitt. It's an open goal square going back. Kidney goes all the way. Oh, make that 5 goals 1. The Tigers can do no wrong. 13-12 now to 4-9.
And Mark Hewitt, the Glenelg players showing their team spirit as they rush down the field. That's the sort of luck that won the game for Carlton in the VFL yesterday. And the Bays are alight.
Oh, it's a big break, 57 points. The bounce favours Negri. Took it out of the air well, but the hand pass wasn't effective. Carey has a chance now. Taylor. Oh, he's well grabbed. Marshall got him. The bounce at the centre circle. Woodville expertise being found out. Free kick, Carey's way. Quick to move it, swing it wide to that man Hall. Helping him out is none other than McDermott. Continues to travel and Maynard taking another fine grip. He's a finals performer, Peter Maynard.
Going to be very sore after this game. He's hit the turf hard. He's been sat upon this time by Peter Swars and a 15-metre penalty applied.
He's had 3 chances. That's Arabic for David Kernahan. Maynard finally gets his first goal of the game at the 17-minute mark to put Glenelg 63 points clear.
6 goals in the first 17 minutes of the quarter, and Peter Maynard, a very clean take of the ball at half forward. He's been busy, plays in front, and deserved the goal. It took a while to come.
26 scoring shots to 13. The margin, a whopping 63 points. Negri up high. Knocked away from Taylor by Murphy, who's done well. Hewitt. And back goes Alan Stringer. Knocked out by Hughes, pushed in the back. Brentley Hughes goes in towards Sewer. Up high with Salisbury. At the back, Nichols. Haven't seen much of him. Gets onto the left boot. Decides to give off by hand. A quick kick from Detman. Taylor through his hands. Free kick. And it goes Taylor's way. 15 metres. So he's right within scoring distance. Only a matter of 30 metres from goal. And as try as he might, he really hasn't been able to get into the game, neither of these two fellas, Winton and McTavish. After 18 minutes and 51 seconds of the third term, the Warriors bring up their first goal of the quarter and their 5th for the match. 5-9 plays 14-12.
Glenelg defenders applying too much pressure for the Woodville Stars to get clear. Nichols under pressure, tried, eventually the loose ball, and Taylor the mark at 15. And that's really his first shot and his only goal thus far.
Woodville relying on too few. Glenelg are alight all around the ground. Carey against Negri, the lad of the tap, but Alan Stringer possession down to Carey. The short pass looking for and finding Woodlands at half forward. Cruz gave the lead. Now Seabohm.
And forward they continued to go. The final margin, a whopping record-breaking 102 points. The real break came in the second quarter, and then it was a cakewalk after half-time with, 8 goals in the third and another 8 in the last. Seabohm and Maynard kicked 5 goals each, and Woodlands kicked 4 for Glenelg, whereas for Woodville, a disappointing tally, Sewer and Nichols the best with 2 each. Well, the master coach strikes again. He really loves these big games, and let's now hear how he did it today. Graham Cornes.
Graham, you came into the final today a little bit underdone, but it was a confidence-building win.
Well, it was, Zabin. I think more so than the confidence, because I think the confidence is there given the right sort of conditions. We had a few players who needed the run, and it served our purpose pretty well. A little bit of a gamble, I guess, with some players, and you gamble if you win, good comes off. If it doesn't, well, you know, you sit down and work out where you did it wrong. But for us, it was good because those players who were underdone had a chance to have a good hit out.
We didn't get the control in ruck that you normally get from Carey, yet your little men controlled the ball for you.
Oh, geez, you're being unkind there.
I thought that at least Negri and Parker got at least their share from Peter. They normally didn't have the Peter Carey dominance, put it that way.
No, no way, no. You know, no, he was just, I thought he was totally in control, and they had to bring Negri back on, and when Negri came on, Super just carved him up.
We'll beg to differ on that one. Then up forward, the improved form of Seabohm and in particularly Woodlands was a big contribution.
Well, it's the right sort of conditions for those guys, and we made a big effort to give them a good look at the ball, and they made the most of their opportunities, yes.
Murphy at centre-half back, another brilliant game.
He's been down a little bit, and we just needed some confidence, and we needed him to hit the ball and make his grabs early. He's always played well against Taylor, and he did it again today, and he was one of, you know, a lot of good players we had.
Perhaps a harder second half would have been better for your game next week to really time you up.
Well, you know, the game was really tough and competitive early, and, you know, we did it the way we should have done it, and we were able to establish a running game in the third quarter, but what do you say? People say you get a hard, tough, competitive game, takes the edge off next week. A good run and a hit out as we had today may prove to be to our advantage. I like to think that's the way it'll go.
Well, the momentum's there. Good luck in the first semi-final.
Well, as you know, we've won this game, and we can't do any more than be where we are, so we're pleased about that, obviously.
Thank you, Graham.
Yes, a good result for Graham Cornes, a winner yet again. Well, Darryl, it's been an indifferent season for the Tigers, but are they back?
Well, it's difficult to know, but certainly they were too strong for Woodville. But if you look at the players they've introduced into the team or made position players this year, players like James West, who was a centre-half forward, a ruckman, and now he's a full-back. So the brains trust at Glenelg have progressively built a side that can play finals football. We
saw a dispute during that interview regarding the outcome of the rucking duels. How did you see them?
Yeah, Gormsey was a bit aggressive, wasn't he? He's almost fired himself up for the finals. I think that Graham Cornes was right in the second half that Carey was too strong for Parker, and Negri was brought on for that reason. I thought maybe Negri should have been on all day for height across the forward line.
Speaking of the forward line, they've had problems kicking goals in the latter part of the season, but it really functioned well today, and I guess the one we were all excited about was the form of Tony Hall.
A brilliant player. Alex Lunn is an excellent defender, and yet Tony Hall, with those strong hands, took a lot of marks in the first quarter. We didn't see them on camera, but that was his great strength. So, yeah, I think he's the big difference up forward for Glenelg, the brilliance of Tony Hall.
You were saying off-air that you thought perhaps Murphy was their best player. I thought Maynard, but between them, they were two tremendous games, weren't they?
Yes, Michael Murphy really stitched up Andrew Taylor, as hard as Taylor may have tried, and he's evolved into a senior player. And, of course, Maynard, with the 5 goals and the brilliance, kept the ball in the area, and he's had another excellent... But he also lifts the players around. He loves to play football, Peter Maynard.
I noticed a couple of times during your call you referred to the umpires there, the fact that Glenelg got a better run. What did you mean by that?
Yeah, I think John Hilton had a rough day today. Neville Thorpe, I thought, umpired pretty well. But, you know, umpires are human, and I just thought he was a bit tough on Woodville today.
Well, what of Woodville? A disappointing season that virtually came to the end at the end of July. And what of coach Malcolm Blight? Will he stay on as coach? Let's hear what he has to say to Jerry.
Malcolm, bad luck, and I believe it's the end of one big career that South Australian football has been privileged to witness.
Yes, Jerry. Yeah, I'm certainly retiring from coaching at Woodville, and yeah, it's a pretty sad day all round, really.
Well, you're underdone coming into this final, 5 losses in a row. Certainly the confidence wasn't there, yet they got out of the blocks pretty well.
Yes, I mean, the feeling's been good for the last 2 or 3 weeks, and, you know, you really hope and pretty optimistic about the whole thing. And I thought we had a couple of chances throughout the game, but Glenelg were just far too good. Well, second and third term, you both had chances in both those to come back, but they just seemed to have too many good players all around the ground. Yes, they did. They linked up pretty well, and in tight, their handball was a lot better than ours, and just ran the ball very confidently. So, yeah, I feel pretty numb at the moment. I mean, I feel a bit for the guys. I mean, we've worked pretty hard to get there, and it's a pretty disastrous way to go out. What does that say for Woodville for the future? You know, you really have done very, very well with them, given them identity, got them into the finals. What's their future? Well, I think that there's enough smart people around Woodville now that have been through plenty of heartache in the last 5 years, and I would suggest there'd be a lot of new Woodville players next year, a lot of new faces at their club, and that's what has to be done now. I think they've consolidated this year. It's just a matter of now getting that extra 3, 4, 5, 6 players and keeping them in the finals and with a chance next year. Well, bad luck again, and may I say from the South Australian football public, thank you for a wonderful 20 years. Thanks very much, Jerry.
Yes, I'd absolutely endorse that. So it's official, Malcolm Blight will not coach Woodville next year, and that certainly is a sad thing for South Australian football, and a lot of work to be done by the Warriors over the summer. Well, on to the VFL, and it was